Hello, guys. Today we are comparing the two greatest African players in the past 4 years or thereabout. And, two of them have played in Europe. They have played in Premiership, and we're talking about Sadio of Senegal and Mo Salah of Egypt. Both have played for Liverpool. Gone. When they played at Liverpool together, Musala is still at Liverpool, you can say that they played in different positions, but I'm going to analyze the way they played at Liverpool before I go to the main topic. The main stuff, I'm going to talk about two of these African greatest, among African greatest players, you know what I mean? And when they were playing at Liverpool, Mo Salah scores more goals than Sadio Mane. But Sadio Mane is, I think he does all the heavy lifting, in my own opinion, because he is the one that is like engine in that team when they were playing together at Liverpool, because you can see immediately Sadio Mane left, even though Liverpool have won trophy before after that, but you see the teams are not the same because he's kind of engine that hold the team together. He does all the heavy lifting. He tackles, he runs back, and Musala don't do that. You know what I mean? He doesn't track back. That's one of the criticism he's getting this time around. That you need to track back. You know what I mean? It's just be like see Ronaldo, that is all forward. It doesn't. You have to give him feeding. So, but today we are looking at because these two African players, they are both talented. You know what I mean? They are fantastic players. You can't take them away. But Liverpool, when it comes to soccer, people get more praise if you score more goals. You know what I mean? It's all about goals because this is the peak of the football. It gets to the peak when somebody scores goal. Because it's not all about build-ups. Because if he build-ups and it ends up in nothing, it doesn't reach the peak. The peak is when the build-up ends in goals. You know what I mean? And Mo Salah scores more goals. That's why he will be remembered more favorable in Liverpool than Sadio Mane. Even though Sadio Mane, when he was there, he was the one doing all the heavy lifting for the team, and even for Mo Salah. And the two of them didn't have like a very good relationship there. But in football, it's a teamwork. You need to set aside your differences and play as a team, which they did perfectly. You know what I mean? But when you look at it in the African side of things, you can say that the man of Senegal will be remembered favorable than Mo Salah. You know what I mean? Because he has won African Cup of Nations. That's the big trophy that this guy Mo Salah thought he's gonna win, but he didn't win it. You know, and when you see even when you see this the team, that's the man. If you see his effort in that team that won this recent African Cup of Nations, you can see that you see what he has the same thing he does in Liverpool. He does all the heavy lifting. Even the winning goal you see in that match, they played against Morocco. You see that it was a catalyst, kind of, because he picked the ball from the middle of the pitch. He made that pass, and this runs, everything comes to goal. And a fantastic goal. So this is what Sadio Mane has been doing. No, but today, the topic is we are comparing, analyzing these two African players. They are, at least when you rank African players that ever played in Europe and even in African continent, you cannot mention 10 players without putting two of them there. You cannot the list if you're gonna mention 10 best African players in the last 10 years, you're gonna put Salah and Mo Salah there. They deserve to be there. Not that it's not like it's not like if any position they occupy in that 10 top African players, they deserve to be there. So, but by the end of the day, Mo Salah is more like popular in Europe than Salah. But Saddam is the one that does the heavy lifting. But sometimes if you do stuff like this, you don't get more. You don't get more praises, because soccer is all about winning, and for you to win, you have to score goals. Even though Saddam scores goals as well, it's not like he doesn't score goals, but he doesn't score more goals than he doesn't score more goals compared to Mo Salah. So two of them, they are very good, and I think I don't know how to say the comparison is not like very fair because they played in a different position. So you know what I mean. But I think by the end of the day, you can give it to two of them that they are good players. And even though now they are evening of their players, they are playing career. So the man is gonna maybe retire soon, and the same thing with Salah. You know what I mean? But Africa will remember them as among our greatest players we have seen in Africa. Peace.